welcome to the video. So today I have
Charlie.
Charlie is here with me. He's one of my really close friends. I would say you're a friend, right?
Yeah.
Is it cool if I call you Charles?
That's
How about Chuck?
Chuck? Oh, that's perfect. I got Chuck.
I've never heard a Mexican called Chuck. I don't know about that. Okay, but Charlie's here, and he has a really cool story, and I really like my channel because I feel like I'm really lucky that I'm able to share stories with you guys. So I'm really excited to share your story. So I'd love to kind of just start from the very beginning. So when you were at your heaviest, how much did you weigh?
373.
Okay, 373. You were 373 pounds, and now you are?
I'm 285.
Okay, so that's almost 100 pounds?
Almost.
Okay, I'm not very good with math. So I want to talk about, getting the shot, there we go. I want to talk about what happened, because I'm really interested to find out what happened, like how did you get to that big? You know what I mean? I would love to kind of hear the story, like what were you big your whole life? What were the things that led up to you, becoming obese?
I actually, for 19 years, I was in a deep depression.
Okay.
Starting at the age of 7, parents divorced, my dad abandoned us, we were homeless for a little while. Lived off top ramen for years.
Oh, that is.
Nothing but top ramen. And just based off that, just started gaining weight throughout the years.
Okay.
And before I was in high school, I was already 300 plus.
Okay, so when you were 7, were you overweight already or no?
I was chunky.
You were kind of, okay.
That's what you would say, chunky. But then I say each school year I went up a size.
Yeah.
It just
I know exactly what you mean. It almost felt normal for me. Every school year I had to buy bigger clothes. Like that was normal. That's how I thought everybody was.
I mean, 6th grade I was already in the adult section.
Yeah.
It's like I couldn't even go into my normal section.
Yeah.
So it's just like of course more money on clothes, and just everything just added on. And once I got to high school, I was bullied a lot.
I was gonna ask you, in middle school were you bullied very much or not really?
I went to different schools.
Okay. Okay.
I moved around a lot.
Okay.
But I wasn't really bullied until I got to high school.
Okay.
And once I got to high school, I was bullied so bad that I had to go homeschool.
Really?
Yeah. My sophomore year, I did homeschool.
Were there, I'm not trying to dig too deep, but are there any instances you can remember off the top of your head where these things, was it like physical or was it just mainly like
mental? I won't name any names, but 3 people that were part of the football team,
okay.
the main people on the football team, we had English together, and the teacher was the head football coach.
Oh, okay.
So he allowed it, he knew what was going on, and he purposely would sit me in the middle of these 3 people. So it got to the point where it got so bad that I would ditch that class, go to nurse's office, pretend I was sick, and just stay there the whole period, to the point where the school told me, it's like, you're skipping this class, and it's like, I didn't tell them what happened. I just got into a deep depression.
Okay, now I want to know, do you think that leaving regular school, becoming homeschooled, would you say that played into you gaining weight more or anything like that?
Yeah, I gained a lot more weight staying at home because all I did was lay down. All I did was on my bed. Teacher would come, go to the kitchen table, teach me things, and go straight to bed. I didn't do my homework. I didn't care for school at the time. I just didn't care for anything. And then as the years went on, throughout high school, it got a little bit better. I started going back to school a little bit.
Okay.
So I would do half and half.
Oh, okay.
And then once I graduated, I surrounded myself with not good people. Started doing heavy alcohol, drugs, experimental, just doing a lot of bad things. And then just I gained a hell of a lot more weight. Yeah. Just a lot more. I probably gained after high school 100. I think it was almost 100. Because I was a little over 373, I remember, but then I stayed at 373 for about a year and a half. I stayed consistent.
So you stayed at 373, so then obviously that's when you hit, the point where you decided you wanted to lose weight, right?
Correct.
So why? What happened? What was the reason? Were there things that led up to it? Was there one specific thing you can remember?
A lot of health reasons. I was in and out of the hospital.
Okay.
Bad liver function, course of alcohol and the fat mixed together. I was told that if I didn't clean my act up, my liver was gonna probably fail within the year.
Okay.
So I was on medication and just did a lot of bad choices. And I tried so many times. I would get on a diet, fail, on another diet, fail.
What do you know why that was?
To be be honest, I don't know. I mean, like everyone else, like I'll just start Monday. I'll do this. And every time my mom would talk to me, and my sisters are like, "You have to do it this time." And then my mom ended up getting cancer, and so she got stage 3 breast cancer.
Okay.
And she told me when she was going through chemo, she's like, that her dream one of these days was that before she died, she wanted to see me.
Wow.
Lose weight. And so that hit me pretty hard.
Yeah, I can even.
Yeah.
And I'm a mama's boy too. So.
Yeah, so that's all I have.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, it's a coincidence speaking to you because it was actually your post
Really?
that got me off the couch.
Wow. That's crazy.
It was a post. You had a picture.
I know what I'm doing.
It was a post. I remember you're in a blue shirt. You're I think on a hill.
Oh yeah, I know. That's one of my music videos. It's one of my music. Yeah.
And you had said that not to go little by little and day by day, and just do little things at once that change. And I was literally on the couch having a large Costco pizza to myself. I never go on Instagram.
I still do that.
I never go on Instagram. I would never ever go on Instagram. So I was just going through the popular pages, and you popped up.
Wow.
That post popped up, and I got up, I put the pizza away, I threw it away. I suppose my mom, I think, ended up having it, but
threw the pizza away to someone.
And I literally got up. I walked to the gym because the gym's not that far from my house. And no lie, I'm telling you, this is 100% true. First person I walked in when I walked into 24 Fitness was you. And
Really?
I could not.
So you had no clue that we lived like that?
No,
I lived in that area?
not at all. I didn't even know where. I thought you could have been in another country. I would not know. Like that was
That's
the only crazy. Yeah,
that's crazy. So what happens after that? Yeah.
Reality hit in. I was like, this has to be a coincidence. Like, could be a coincidence.
Yeah.
I don't know what could be.
Yeah.
So I took your advice. I did it literally little by little. I changed things little there and there. I stopped having the midnight snacks.
Yeah. Oh, the midnight snacks are the 2,000 calories.
I live right next door to a 7-Eleven.
Oh, yeah, so do I. I know, exactly. You walk there at midnight, you grab a large soda, and this is what I would do. A large soda, a huge thing of chips, and then I would get lucky. At least I felt I was lucky, because if you go there at like midnight or like 1 a.m., they're getting rid of those little like hot dogs, so they're just giving you for free. So I'd be like, all right, I'll take all of them. And
they know me by name.
Yeah.
That's how bad it was.
Yeah.
So doing that, I used to be the person that when I would go get fast food and bring it home, I would order something on the way home. So my mom wouldn't know.
Yeah.
And then I'll stop by 7-Eleven on the way home, and just in case I needed a snack afterwards. I stopped little things little by that. Started going to the gym a little bit more frequently, and just things little by little I started doing.
So you go into the gym. What were you starting to do there? Like, what was your first goal that you had in the gym?
Just to do something, get a sweat. I didn't know nothing.
Yeah.
I never worked out. I had a gym membership for 10 years.
Really?
I never used it.
You worked at SeaWorld, right? And they gave you.
They didn't. I just had one.
Okay.
My mom would pay for it.
Okay.
She's like, one of these days you will use it.
Yeah.
And I had it for 10 years. And it sucked when they told me, oh, you've been a member for 10 years. And I was like, I'm not proud of that.
Yeah.
But it's just like, and then I started finally using it.
Yeah.
And it's just the things little by little. I started learning things. All I did was just walk to the gym, do some cardio, and then leave because I didn't know nothing.
Yeah.
I didn't want.
So what were the steps that you took to start learning things like for yourself? Because I know that you're pretty knowledgeable now. That I'm talking to you, especially like talking to you now compared to talking to you the first time I ever talked to you. You have a lot more knowledge. So how did that happen?
Researching. Started looking at different profiles.
Okay.
Started meeting new people. Started actually communicating with people like off Instagram. Like Pete over at Great. I probably started following him a week after I started following you.
Okay.
And then and just little things there and there. YouTube.
Yeah. YouTube's huge, man. It is super helpful. YouTube. If you don't use YouTube, I really recommend it.
What I did is I looked for the most likes, or the most views, to see, okay, this person probably knows most likely what they're talking about. And just different things there and there. I'm still a beginner. I still learn every single day.
There's still things that you mess up on, right?
Oh,
So,
yeah.
Like I want to talk about, because obviously we're friends, so we've talked, and I know that there's been times where you've slipped up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's times where you've backslid. What do you say to yourself when you're like, okay, you know, I messed up for a month, for a week, whatever it is. I messed up. Now I need to, like, what do you tell yourself to get yourself to get back on the grind?
I remember my past. I go back to my past, how I used to be.
Yeah.
And I go back to saying I don't want to feel like that anymore. And it gets me back up. That's what I do. To remember, it's like going up the stairs is like the biggest thing for me right now. I used to huff and puff. Now I go upstairs, up and downstairs like nothing.
I don't. I still
there's days when
if there's more than 3 stairs, I'll be happy.
but it's just like things like that, or lifting, like the whole lifting weights is probably the biggest thing.
I was hoping you'd bring that up, because I remember when we first hung out, when we first talked, you had never touched a weight in your entire life, right? Well, okay, I don't know for sure, but you were not well versed in lifting, right?
No.
And so what happened, and like how does it feel going from only doing cardio and being afraid of lifting to being like, you were lifting with me on point, you were on point with me the whole time? So how does that feel? What does that feel like? how did that happen, you know?
It's just when I started lifting with you, that's when I started really, started touching the surface, started getting to, new things, and I mean, it was kind of a little discouraging, only because it's like, I feel so way behind.
Oh yeah.
Behind everybody. It's just like, so little by little, I was just like, okay, I'll try this next time, or I'll try that next time.
And you have to remember too, like everybody has to start somewhere.
Exactly.
You know, when I first started, I was in the same boat. I had no idea what I was doing, or how to do anything. You know?
Yeah, and then now I had to say I think I really picked it up when I moved to Vegas.
Yeah.
Only because who my roommate is.
Yeah.
But
his roommate is a beast.
Exactly. And that's when I really started hitting it hard. And look, next month I'm doing my first powerlifting meet.
That's awesome, dude. That's so cool.
Yeah, nowhere in competition between other people.
But
it's something that
yourself, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going for. Is that I'm trying to set new personal record for myself. So that's my goal.
Okay, so you are where you're at now, right?
Yes.
And I think for me personally, it's really powerful what you said about your mom saying, being on that bed, having cancer, saying, hey, before I go, I want to see you lose weight. Has she, like, what is it like for, have you talked to her? Like, how is that?
We had this conversation just yesterday.
Yeah. So she's still with us, right?
Oh yeah,
Okay,
she's still with us. She's in remission as of right now.
Congratulations, high five.
Yeah. But when I showed up, surprised her at the front door, she started bawling. She started just crying. She's like, and then she looked at me, and from the last time she saw me, she started crying again.
Where'd you go?
Exactly. She's just like, I said, I think it's the jacket, but
you're like, or the muscles.
But yeah, she's just like, I can't believe this is happening. She wakes up this morning and she's like, I still can't believe this is like, you actually going through with it.
Yeah.
So she's seeing me little by little. So next time she sees me when I come back down, it's gonna be better.
You're gonna be like in the suit and be like, what's up, mom? You know who this is, right? She's like, who are you? I'm your son.
Exactly. No, really, she asked who, because she saw me through like the screen door. She's like, I don't know who's this. I was like, your son? She's like, no.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
So, okay, this is the last question I want to ask you. So, you're at where you're at now, right? What would you say to the person that first started, right? The Charlie that was 373 pounds. What would you say to him if he's talking to you, right? And he's saying, I can't do this. I don't know what, like, you're crazy if you think I can lose this weight. What do you say to that person? What do you say to that Charlie?
That Charlie?
Or anybody else that's obviously
I remember thinking when I was at that stage, is that this is impossible. I've been like this for the rest of my whole life. I was like, nothing's gonna change. But to make that anything is possible. It doesn't matter what the goal is. I mean, sky's the limit. I mean, I haven't hit nearly at the goals that I want to meet. And if like there's certain people that had told me, it's like, oh, I'm just lazy now, I'm just this. And I said, if you're lazy now, it's only, I mean, not to discourage people, it will only get harder. But the little goals you set for yourself, like I did, make it next goal that more fulfilling, and that like I told myself then, I was like, when I was seeing other people, I was like, I don't have the right to be tired. I don't have the right to be lazy yet. And that got me to the point where I want to get to that point where I can say, you know what, I don't have time to stop. And that's what gets me going. And that's it.
I'm super proud of you. So, like, some things that I think I've learned from you mainly is like, you even said it already, is just little baby steps, you know, and just like take little baby steps. If you don't know what you need to be doing, take little baby steps, because that's only gonna help you, right? Like taking those big jumps, I feel personally, and what would happen to me is I would take that big jump, be confused, and that's when I would falter, because I had such a huge amount to learn, and that was too much for me to learn. And so I would just fall. So if I take baby steps, you learn enough, and then you take another tiny baby step. You learn enough, take another tiny baby step. And then the main thing, I think, is just resiliency. Because you have been through, so we could sit here and talk for hours about all the things you've been through this journey, you know? But every single time, like, you might mess up, you might even mess up. You told me, like, I've been doing bad for a whole month, you know? And you're just like, but I'm better than I was at the beginning of this journey. You know, I'm still at a lesser weight than I was. I'm still mentally better than I was at the beginning of this journey. So that's a huge thing that I think I've learned.
Better journey is just like, it's a life in general. It's just a roller coaster.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, nothing's ever gonna be perfect.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you've had messed up.
Yeah.
Everyone has messed up.
Exactly.
So it's just like,
nobody is perfect.
I don't feel discouraged to say, like, when other people say, oh, you've been a year, I've been told this. Oh, this person did this much in this year.
Yeah, they lost more weight. Oh, why is it taking you so long? Kind of thing. Yeah.
I mean,
it's your journey.
I'm 85 pounds less weight than I was last year, so I don't care.
Yeah.
I know that I'm going the right direction. So
I love it, man. Yeah, so I really appreciate you doing this. And I know I kind of said this earlier, I really love just having people on my channel that I can just feature that are going through it, you know, that maybe have been through it or are going through it like Charlie is right now. He's still in the middle of his journey. It's just really cool, and I feel really lucky that I have this platform to share with you guys. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. There was one other thing that Charlie wanted to say. What was it?
look how buff I am.